Good morning, everyone. I hope you all will be fine, safe, and healthy at your home, and I hope you all will be enjoying your online classes. So, let us start our today's session. In our today's session, I have brought the study of Gibbs energy, and after that, we will discuss in what conditions the reaction will be spontaneous or not. So, first of all, you see here what the statement I have written about the Gibbs energy. So, Gibbs energy, the amount of energy available from a system at a given set of condition that can be put into the useful work. Okay, so the amount of energy that is to be given by the system to for the useful work, that is to be known as Gibbs energy. So it is to be denoted by alphabet capital G. Okay, and it is a state function that you have to understand because it depends upon the initial and final state. So in the starting of the chapter I have taught initial and final state. If it is to be considered, so that function it is to be considered as state function. Okay, so mathematically it is to be represented as delta G is equals to H minus Ts. Here G is the Gibbs energy, H is enthalpy, T is the temperature, and S is the entropy. So here the question will be arising in your mind, what is entropy? So before starting the Gibbs-Helmholtz equations in detail, so let us understand what is entropy. So you see here I have written few points for you that will be helpful to understand what is entropy. Entropy, first of all, it is to be denoted by the alphabet S that you have to understand. So the disorder or degree of randomness in a system, as you all know that gases always that moves in the zigzag directions. Okay, so their measurement of their randomness, this is to be known as entropy. So entropy in change, it is to be denoted by delta S. Delta S is equals to Q reversible upon T. So Q, this is of the form of energy, this is heat energy, and this is of the temperature. So it's a unit that will be of joule per Kelvin. That unit we use in terms of entropy. And the one more thing, this is also a state function. Don't forget, entropy is also a state function because it also depends upon initial and the final value. So here I have written the few things. If the delta S total is equals to delta S system plus surrounding. I have taught already our universe is made up of only two things, systems and surrounding. So that value is always greater than 0. Okay, so the statement I have written, if the entropy change delta S, its value is greater than 0, means it is of positive. So reaction will be spontaneous. Okay, spontaneous means that will be feasible. Okay, that will continue. Okay, now if value will be lesser than 0, so means it will be negative and the reaction will be non-spontaneous, that you have to understand. So let us talk about the one equation that we have to use in the numerical problem. So as we have written, G is equals to H minus Ts. Okay, so now, so suppose we are considering G1 is equals to H1 minus Ts1. Okay, the second equation as we take it, G2 is equals to H2 minus Ts2. So this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. So suppose we are subtracting the equation 1 from the equation 2. So what you will get it, G2 minus G1 is equals to H2 minus Ts2. Now H1 minus Ts1. Okay, so that can be written delta G, and now if you will open it, H2 minus Ts2 minus H1 plus Ts1. Okay, so if we are writing H2 minus H1, so that you can write there H2 minus H1 in a bracket, and this is of delta G, and minus T you can take it as a common, and in bracket you can write S2 minus S1. Okay, so what you will get it, delta G is equals to, it becomes delta H minus T delta S. So this equation we use to solve the amount of Gibbs energy in numerical problems, and that we have to call it Gibbs-Helmholtz equation. Okay, so I hope you all have got it. What is Gibbs energy? Few things I just want to tell you about the Gibbs energy. If delta G is equals to 0, that the condition will be of equilibrium. If delta G will be greater than 1, the reaction will be greater than 0, sorry. Okay, so reaction will be non-spontaneous, or if delta G will be lesser than 0, then the reaction will be spontaneous. So they have the inverse relation in terms of delta G and delta S. As I have written, if delta S is greater than 0, reaction will be spontaneous, but in terms of delta G, if its value will be lesser than 0, then the reaction will be spontaneous, or if it will be greater than 0, reaction will be non-spontaneous. Okay, so I hope you all have got it. Today's topic, Gibbs energy and the entropy. That's all for today's session.